Capital. It's match day 31, the unofficial broadcast of West Ham against Tottenham. And it's going to be an epic match. It's magical atmosphere. Pre-game air bubbles blowing, of course. West Ham faithful in attendance. It's a London derby. Let's go straight to the flash score. Matchday summary. West Ham became the first team since Reading in January 2013 to lead by 2 goals as late as the 77th minute in the Premier League loss, which some supporters was enough to convince them that they won't end the season in the top 6. They've now failed to close out matches against fellow top 6 hopefuls Newcastle and Aston Villa, losing 4-3 and 1-1 respectively in their last 2 games, and now almost immediately have to face another when Tottenham make the short trip to London Stadium here. Whilst the 2-1 win in the reverse fixture back in December should inspire the Hammers, they were in a rich vein of form, in which that was the third of 6 wins from 8 Premier League matches across November and December. The turn of the calendar year prompted a dramatic change in fortunes. Just 1 win from 6 league games in front of their own fans. Drawn 4, lost 1. Defeat in the reverse fixture actually served to spark an immediate resurgence that has Spurs attacking a return to Champions League football next season. Whilst there have been stumbles along the way, such as losses to Fulham and Wolves, 9 wins from 14 league matches since last meeting West Ham has helped them retain one of the Premier League's season's strongest win rate, 70%, as a pre-match favourite, considering 3 of their last 6 wins saw them concede the opening goal, with the victories against Brighton, Crystal Palace and Luton all needing match winners beyond the 75th minute. They're probably the last side West Ham want to face in their current state. The Spurs have demons on their own to exercise, with the aforementioned 3-0 loss to Fulham coming on their last away outing. Players to watch: since he delivered the equaliser in the reverse head-to-head, West Ham's Jarrod Bowen has scored in 5 separate competitive home games. Similarly efficient in front of goal, Son Heung-min moved to 5th on Tottenham's all-time goal-scoring list with his 160.
Welcome to our audio commentary coverage. This broadcast is not an official product of this competition. Welcome to our audio commentary coverage. This broadcast is not an official product of this competition.
We'll see here for the 7th league match. Lineups in okay, it's a couple of changes. There's no tribal scene for Tottenham this evening. And we'll see how this game pans out. The first quarter of an hour, will West Ham go? Does Tottenham have the confidence to try and dictate terms? You believe that they are the better side compared to West Ham, who get victory against Freeburg at this venue a few weeks back before the international break. All the players are back and ready for match day 31, the precedence.
Welcome to our audio commentary coverage. This broadcast is not an official product of this competition. Welcome to our audio commentary coverage. This broadcast is not an official product of this competition.
With 44 points, Tottenham, even if they lose tonight, they will keep West Ham at a distance. They've got 56 points, scored 61 times, 43 goals conceded, which is a fair bit better in both aspects compared to the Hammers, who are huddled out in the middle. It's a little bit sprinkly. The east side of London. Tottenham coming down from the north can go equal with a win here or with Aston Villa. West Ham need victory to keep Newcastle at arm's length. Tottenham, their home straight despite being away, to flash in the colours. West Ham the traditional claret and blue. Tottenham all white from top to toe. They'll kick us off going from right to left in the first half. Thank you for joining us, the unofficial Premier League broadcast on Flash or the Live Sport EU network. It's played straight down the middle, short passes, swept over the top of Madison towards Son, cleaned up low. Zuma's back there along with the crowds. They'll get it down the left and it's immediately cut off. Sent back to Guillermo Vicario, Italian. His international debut, his tour of the US, his debut in New Jersey against Ecuador. He to be back tonight with Christian Romero. He banded Ben back into the side. Strauss sits out after two consecutive starts. Pedro Porro on the right side, Destiny Udogie on the left. Bentancur, Bissouma in the middle as the two pivots, and Madison playing behind Son with Brennan Johnson on the right side. Timo Werner on the left. Trying to come down the right side of Tottenham. It's a big check ball there for down that right side. Straight to Susek. Bissouma. His lack of tenacity has allowed Tottenham their goal. Didn't track back and offer enough defensive effort. Cross in, John scored to give them the lead, but see what kind of response Son has this evening. West Ham, they've got Fabianski in goal, a 4-2-3-1, just like Tottenham's formation. Senior captain with Michael Panos, the two centre-backs, Sufal on the right side, Emerson.
Left, it's a battle of two left Italian backs there, the left-sided wing-backs. Udogie is in pole position to go to Euro 2024 with Luciano Spalletti. Susek and Ward-Prowse, the two pivots. Paqueta behind Mika Antonio and Jared Bowen on the right side. Mohamed Kudus on the left. West Ham with something to prove after leading Newcastle away at St James's Park by 3-1, and then it was all downhill. It unravelled, you could say. They lost that 4-3. Before that, they drew with Aston Villa, and it's been two games where they have given away points against their direct rivals. They come forward for Antonio, well marshalled by Romero. Then the step over from Madison was delightful to watch. Now down the left side, it's first touch for Timo Werner. His pass was cut off by Paqueta. He's been vocal about Richarlison and that spat between Mikel Antonio and Richarlison, who's not starting this evening, but it all goes back to that podcast last year where Antonio had a few words to say about Richarlison's poor season at Tottenham. Let's see if they get to encounter each other later in the game. As Porro gives that away, that's good hustle there from Kudus down the left side. 4th minute, still 0-0. And West Ham change it as the ball comes back in to the middle, and somehow it's deviated to the left of the goal. Antonio just put Bowen off, and the English right winger has got the last touch on that and sent it a little wide, a little slippery as well. And I think that's Antonio that stuck his foot out. He had his back to goal when he stuck his foot out, and then Bowen came in from behind, had two defenders in front of him, so perhaps in his peripheral vision just took his attention away and his eye off the ball. There's a shove in the back down the right side from Sufa. Gives away a foul. Tottenham's defensive side of halfway on the left side, going from right to left, as I said at the top of the broadcast. top scorers for the sides. It's Bowen with 15, as same total for Kyung-Min Sun. Next up is Richarlison with 10 goals, so a big turnaround from last year. We just got the one. Kudus with 7 for West Ham. And Susak with 6. Ward-Prowse with 5. Antonio with 4. Now it's Timo Werner in from the left side. Tottenham attacking this time, and it's been turned home. That was brilliant. Brennan Johnson puts it into the back of the net. It's an early lead for Spurs at London Stadium. Doesn't get any happier for West Ham. They come into the huddle up near the left corner flag. The travelling contingency, if you want to call them that, are revelling. Good footwork from Timo Werner. He made sure that he speared that in towards Fabianski. And Brennan Johnson just anticipated where the ball was going to end up and started with Udogie. Back in from Bentancur and then out to Timo Werner. Took on the man.
Welcome to our audio commentary coverage. This broadcast is not an official product of this competition.
They were in defence, you have to say, there as Mavropanos trying to get a boot on the line. Just as Johnson hit it, it's his 5th Premier League goal since joining from Nottingham Forest. And it's 12 goal involvements for the Welshman. He's only 22. Started off with Forest, went out on loan to Lincoln. All of that information available on the Flash Score website. As from the kickoff, West Ham through Paquetá down the left wing, taken away from Kudus. Back there is James Ward-Prowse backing up. He wins it back. It's well done from him, from the Southampton man. Spears a diagonal out towards Soufal. He's up against Werner, who'll be on a high after executing his 3rd assist for Spurs since leaving RB Leipzig. He's on loan. Former Chelsea man, former Stuttgart player, David Moyes. So he'll be a little furious with that beginning from his side. Again, they're up. It's not a 6-pointer, you would say, but definitely a win would keep them up there in that 6th or 7th area of the standings. They've got a corner here. It's whipped in by Ward-Prowse and it's come off the keeper. Vicario came off his line, and Kudus, did he get the last touch? Mavropanos was in there trying to cause a bit of chaos. Vicario with the one right arm slap, and then it was Kudus who put that into the shoulder of the Tottenham defender. So it's another consecutive corner. It's going to come back in from the right side, and it's Bowen who sends it in. Well repelled. Tottenham doing well in the defensive regard. It's now out to the left side with Emerson and Kudus looking to link up. It's a little static until Antonio gets there. Came deep to keep things going. Bit of momentum required for West Ham now. And from the left side again, it's a tame crossing. And now it's Destiny Udogie. He's on the right side of the fence, just helping out, getting bodies in the way. Antonio wins it back. Was he fouled inside the box? Or did he give away the foul? Ward-Prowse has it. There's a loose ball. Kudus is with it. There's an offside flag. So it all comes to nothing. An anti-climax for West Ham, looking to get back on terms almost immediately. Sustained spell of pressure with 2 crosses. Now Udogie came towards West Ham player, which was Antonio. He went down right on the corner. I'd say it was inside the box, but it was an offside anyway, so wouldn't have counted even if referee John Brooks pointed to the spots. 9th minute of play, West Ham 0, Tottenham 1. Some other games happening in the Premier League tonight, and we've had plenty of goals from Nottingham. 3-0 there over Fulham. I don't know what you're going to get from them. Tottenham down the other end now. Timo Werner back to Maddison. Now Bentancur. David Bissouma is trying to keep it ticking over. Out to the left again. Timo Werner. Square ball goes behind Maddison. So Paquetá tries to take it away to Udogie. Wonderfully one back, a high offensive turnover from the Italian. Now the shot will come in from the right side, and it was Pedro Porro trying to fizz that past. It would have been his first Premier League goal of the season, and he has driven that across the face of goal on an angle from outside the right post, outside the box as well. And that is, as they say, zipped along the turf, skidded past Lucas Fabianski's right arm. It's only just missed that post. Real statement of intent from Ant Postecoglou and his players. Much better start than that against Luton on the weekend. West Ham, they got 3 goals against Newcastle, but it wasn't enough. Antonio Bowen and Kudus with those goals. Before that was Antonio with the goal against Aston Villa. So he's in a rich vein of form, despite only scoring 4 times in 18 previous appearances. 9th year for him. He's a loyal kind of player, which is good to see, especially at this level in a top European league. Former Forest and Wednesday player. Fabianski launches long over the halfway, over the heads of Jared Bowen. We expect him to have a say here this evening. Newcastle are leading Everton by a goal to 0. He's up with that one. Bournemouth and Palace is 0-0. Burnley 1, Wolves 0. Bruin Larson with that goal. So the standings this evening, it's starting to move around as the stairs on the ladder are adjusted. Burnley, even with 3 points, would still be in the bottom 3. But here we are at towards the top of the table. Tottenham with this 1-0 advantage. They go level with Aston Villa. But Villa will next go to Manchester City, so that's a free hit for them, I guess. But they're a decent side and will do it their best, as Arsenal did on the weekend. Here's West Ham now defending. Paqueta getting back as one of the most committed defenders, box-to-box midfielder these days. And West Ham have a throw on the left side. 12th minute of play, looking to get back into this game. David Moyes has the raincoat on, thick jacket, all those duvet jackets, not wearing one that's fitted to your body at this time of year. It's still cold in London, can assure you of that. And you have to feel for some of these players, despite them getting paid millions and millions of pounds each. And huge fees. The prices of the transfers for these players, just 1 or 2 off the block. It's Brennan Johnson that scored 55 million euros he cost, and Pedro Porro 40 million, Christian Romero 50 million, just casual 50-40 here and there. Most other leagues can't keep up with that, and West Ham no different. Qatar 43 million, same price for Mohamed Kudus. He's a ball in from the right side, and Timo Werner wants to get there. Soufal's back there, doesn't clear well. Udogie gets there first. He gets the 1-2 pass back from Timo Werner. Werner's ball in, created the goal for Brennan Johnson. Now it's Maddison. What's he got in his boots tonight? Bit of sparkle from Heung-min Son here. Has a shot, it's on target, well saved, especially in these slippery conditions by Fabianski. 13 minutes now into the game. I think we're destined not for a goal fest, but for at least 2 or 3 in this game. The way it's panning out, it's open, and I do find that sometimes, it depends on the quality of the pitch, sometimes teams prefer just to sit back in wet conditions, soak it up, excuse the pun, and then just wait at the right time. It's heavy going out there in these conditions in most leagues, but the drainage here at London Stadium, I've been on the pitch myself, it's absolutely magnificent. Paqueta now out to the left side, and again Emerson is up forward for West Ham. Hammers exactly able to hit a nail yet. Over the top it goes. That's lovely for Bowen, whose outstretched foot couldn't get there. Out comes Vicario, who read the trajectory and bounced the ball superbly. One heck of a goalkeeper. 20 million he cost. That's in euros, from Italian side Empoli in the summer. Been signed for quite a while. He's been the best Italian keeper in Serie A for a long time. Debatable whether he's better than Donnarumma. It's going to be tough to crack into the Italian 11, considering Donnarumma is the captain. Goes on seniority in terms of caps for Italy. Interestingly, now Udogi put through a gap and inverted sort of positioning from the left back. Now out to Werner, takes on the man again, delivers another skidding ball across the turf. It's ended up fortuitously bouncing kindly, and Soufal can chip that away. Again, Udogi gets his head to it. A return pass straight out of play, and West Ham are led off. Right side of the pitch, defensive side of the halfway line. You can check the stats on the fast score application. Just add that in. 0.25 is the XG for West Ham. Tottenham with 0.36. Ball possession is with Tottenham by 7%. 3 goal attempts for them to 2. They've got Nottingham Forest at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium next to them, an away trip to Newcastle, then a derby, a North London derby against Arsenal, then away to Liverpool, home to Burnley, away to Sheffield on match day 38. We'll get into European calculations. Let's do West Ham. They're still in for this season at gargantuan clash with Bayer Leverkusen incoming. It's this month as well. We're in April now. Got a few Premier League fixtures for you throughout the week. Chelsea, Manchester United. I'll be taking you through that one on Thursday as Udogi brings it back. His sublime pass from Werner. Udogi now takes on Paquetá into the back. Udogi gets up and keeps going. He wasn't even shoved to ground. Now what's the referee saying here? Did Udogi handle that while he was on the ground? Paquetá showing no mercy, isn't going to let the Tottenham left back get away too easily. Well, he's given a foul for Tottenham, and rightly so. This is to the left of the 18-yard box, about 5 yards to the left of it, and almost in maybe 16 yards back from the goal line. So West Ham packing that penalty spot area. Fabianski now directing where he wants Soufal to stand in a one-man closer wall. It's the number 10 James Maddison standing over this. 4 goals so far this campaign, 46 million euros from Leicester in the summer. Whips that in, and it's good defence again. Paquetá's there, Mavropanos, and it's West Ham looking to break. He's nearly Kudus. Just needed that final decisive pass over the top, and he would have been away. He had a 2-metre head start. And Postecoglou also possibly the same make by the club logo of wet weather gear. Basuma now. Maddison coming deep. He's got Bentancur just to his left, diamond shape, just so that they can get away with triangular passes when required. Try and get through that first line of defence from West Ham. It's central. Romero now goes out towards Werner, who, you have to say, he and Udogi on that left side have been perilous. Romero now waiting for Antonio to come. It's Tottenham just on the edge of their defensive third. Plenty of space to find Udogi. For a 21-year-old, he is an outstanding acquisition. Just as I say, that commentator's curse puts it straight to Mavropanos, who makes the intercept. West Ham can now construct something. Paquetá leaves it. Soufal runs onto it. This is good. Bit of momentum now. Bowen goes outside Udogi. Ball in. Played out by Van der Ven. Corner West Ham. The same right side of the pitch. Expect Bowen there within a few seconds to take that. He's got 19 goals in all competitions and 8 assists this term. In his 5th year since leaving Hull. This is his best ever season, incidentally. Now West Ham with the 3rd corner of the game. Tottenham still yet to have one. 19th minute, captain Zuma comes up forward. Same with Mavropanos. Bowen floats it in. That's a wonderful delivery, and what a finish that is. It is Zuma that makes it 1-1 at the London Stadium. It is all about that delivery. It was so inviting. Tottenham couldn't deal with it. They simply had no idea. And Zuma with that vertical leap, the physicality, the muscle, steers that to the left of the goal. He ran towards that ball in from Jared Bowen, who now has 9 assists for the season.
Welcome to our audio commentary coverage. This broadcast is not an official product.
Second. Neil White, Romero has it, and everyone pushes forward. No one coming to him. Teams usually pick and choose their periods of the game that they like to press. It's a guessing game for a lot of it. And Tottenham coming in from the right side. Johnson with Porro, chipping the ball over the top. Porro out of position, but Basuma covered that territory quite well. But it's a West Ham throw in any case. 21st minute of the game in this colossal tie on matchday 31. Thank you for joining. West Ham needing victory to keep Newcastle at arm's length, and it's Tottenham that can go equal with Villa with a win here. Out from Fabianski. Bounces just inside. No, Antonio can't get there and keep that in. Throw taken quickly to Romero. Now Van de Ven. Ange Postecoglou might have a couple of questions as to how that kind of space was left. It was only 5 yards away from Vicario when he headed that. And you can't fault both keepers for these goals. 2 from close range. One for Brennan Johnson. The other one that came from Kurt Zouma. I should add, it's Zouma's 3rd goal of this season. €35 million acquisition from Chelsea, former Everton player. And leading by example to get that vital equaliser. 29 games coming into this Tottenham. They've played 17 wins compared to West Ham's 12. Tottenham have a free kick just outside their box. Vicario does like to come out of his area to fill that central space as a central defender and just steer the ball around, direct traffic as they say. Van de Ven now. Antonio doesn't bother going between Van de Ven and Romero. Bentancur and Basuma are back there. It's almost a box as they come forward to get around the trio of West Ham front line. As Kudus, Antonio and Bowen, as you'd expect. Tottenham with more and more possession